Hey guys, today we are going to be making a character for D&D5e. This will be a step-by-step process getting you all the way to level 20. Today we are going to be making a character called Bob. His backstory is complicated and involves a lot of things that are inside jokes between my friend and I. But to put it plainly, he is the child of two very powerful beings, and he is really lucky, flamboyant, and yeah, he's a character to be alright. We are going to be using the hardcore rules for the current campaign I am in case my friend wants to play this as a backup character. So that basically means, first off, nothing demonic, no magic. You can reflavor magic as long as it is not magical, of course. Ability skill improvements are either a +1 to a stat instead of a +2, or a feat without the ASI increase that the feat may give. Other than that, those are the basic rules. So let's get started. As you can see, I've underlined some of the powers that I need to incorporate and make it non-magical, such as charisma, really good with charisma, negative emotion control, mind control, causality manipulation. Causality manipulation, I should explain a bit. It's basically controlling the forces of nature, time, all of that to be to your advantage. Okay, I have a blank character sheet here, so let's fill out the name. Bob. Class and level. First off, okay, there we go. For each level. Okay, now let's go under it. And what do we want at level 1? Well, at level 1, we are going to think our race first. What is our race? Variant human. Why? Because it's really good. So let's go ahead and put that. Variant human. Ah. Human. If I can spell human right. What does that give us? Well, it gives us some pretty good things. 2 different ability scores of our choice increased by 1. We gain proficiency in 1 extra skill of our choice, and we gain a feat of our choice. So let's first do that. First, we will do stats. And how we are going to do stats is we are going to do them in the point buy system. Now, with how I have this character built out, charisma and dexterity are going to be the main focus, with constitution being good too. So we're going to go ahead and pump all of that we can into strength and charisma. Or not strength, sorry, dexterity and charisma. So as you can see, we're doing point buy because my friend is going to roll for them, but this is just for the thing. And then for constitution, let's get that up to, we could do that, and then we'd have 0 points. So he'd have an 8 wisdom, an 8 intelligence, and an 8 strength. Which, honestly, I think for what this character is, they aren't the most tanky, they aren't the most wise. This is really interesting to do. He is not a wise character. He's not an intelligent character. He does have some decent strength. I say we do that. Just, you know, to be safe. And then since we get a +2, we will do one into there, so 1 and 2 stats of our choice. So 1 in dexterity, 1 in charisma to get us to a 16. So we're going to do 12, 16, 13, 8, 8 to 16. Okay. That's quite simple. 15, 13, 8, 8, and then 16. I'm not going to worry about the modifiers right now, because I can do that basically off the top of my head. Okay, so that is what you get at level 1, basically. You get your race. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that. Well, actually, we should do the feat that comes. What feat? Well, we are going to go with the good old lucky feat. And let me pull up the lucky feat. Now, what does lucky do? It's basically just you're a really lucky person, 3 luck points, whenever you want to do blah, 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 blah. Everyone knows what luck points are. Everyone knows what lucky is. This character is naturally lucky. So we're just going to do that. We're going to copy that. We're going to put it to the character. We're going to go with variant human. We're actually going to go with... And with this variant human, we're going to go / lucky feat. Okay. The variant human gives us the lucky feat. We've got to make sure to... Don't need the point buy. So, got to make sure we put this on here. Let's put this down here. Lucky. Okay. Then, let's go ahead and go with the saving throws. So we've done the background. We are going to be doing the rewarded background. Why? Because that gives us a free, well, not a free feat, but it gives us a feat of our choice. And for that feat, if I remember, one of the choices is Magic Initiate. Which, if you look at it, Magic Initiate is basically, you choose one first level spell to learn from that list. You can cast a spell once at the lowest level, then you need to finish a longer spell cast again. Basically, oh, you also get 2 cantrips from that class spell list. My bad. And your spell fang is what you want to use. Basically, this is really useful if you know what you're doing. For example, I might actually take 2 bard spells for this, but we will figure it out. I think I'm going to go ahead and take a Magic Initiate, because that is what I think works the best with this character. Oh, if I could... Magic Initiate. Okay. What else at level 1? Well, at level 1, you also need alignment. I'm going to keep that blank for my person in case he wants to do it. We're going to keep the class and level blank for right now. But level 1, we do get to choose our class. Now, what class are we going to choose? We're going to choose our first level into Rogue. Why Rogue? Because expertise. Rogue. What that does is that gives us a lot of things. Expertise. I spelled that so wrong it's not even funny. Sorry about that, guys. Expertise. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. These are all at the wrong font. That is annoying. There we go. Rogue expertise. What else do rogues get at level 1? Well, they get a good old thing called sneak attack and thieves' cant. So thieves' cant ain't that important, so, but sneak attack is. Sneak attack and then thieves' cant. It's not how you spell can't. C-A-N-T. Oh, no, it is how you spell can't. Okay. And what are we going to take expertise? And since we're here, we're going to go run into Rogue. So I'm going to go 1 R. Actually, I'll do it at the end because it's easier to keep them. My throat. Okay, Rogues. Let's look at Rogues. What are Rogues proficient in? They get a D8 per level. So, just going to need to make sure to do this all at the end. The HP and stuff, he's going to be rolling. He's proficient in light armor. Actually, there's a neat way to do this. Control C. So we're gonna do that. Do that. Paste. Cancel. Control V. Here's drawing. Bang. 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 I'm gonna keep those. Slavis, these shoes. Yep. And then his saving throws. So we get saving throws in Dex and Intelligence. Where is Dexterity? Dexterity and Intelligence. Which Intelligence isn't that important for this character, but I mean, being proficient ain't gonna kill him. Then we go, what else? We get 4 skills. We are gonna use Acrobatics. Acrobatics, Persuasion. Where is the character sheet? Acrobatics. Persuasion. Deception. Where is Deception? Then we get 1 more of our choice. We are going to choose, honestly, sleight of hand, honestly. Why not? Actually, let's do stealth. Where's stealth? That's survival. There's stealth. And then we are also at level 1. What else do you get there? So the equipment, we can do that related to expertise. Yep. Choose 2 of your skill proficiencies. So 2 of them are going to be double. So we are going to double we are gonna double our, where is it? Our persuasion. So I'm gonna put ×2. And if so, they know it's doubled. And then I'm gonna also double our stealth. Fine. No. Yes. Or actually, no. It would be more sense to double acrobatics, just in case, because that's probably going to come in handy a lot more than stealth does in the current campaign we are in. Okay, so you already got those two. That's pretty good. Then we go to rogue. We'll see what else. Sneak attack. Yeah, we know what sneak attack is. We know what thieves' cant is. I'm gonna have to do all this at the end. So that is level 1 done. Let me just make sure. Yep. So now it is time to go to level 2. Now, what do you do at level 2? Well, we could either go 2 into rogue, which gives us cunning actions. Cunning actions are good. And here's the thing. We won't be using bonus actions a lot in this campaign unless you have a cunning action, or, as I have, or, what is it called? A cantrip. And since he started with cantrips, his bonus actions might be filled with cantrips and not his cunning actions. Cunning actions are useful for running away, re-hiding, things like that for rogues. But honestly, no real reason for that. So, I say what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take a level into Warlock. What does that level into Warlock get us? Well, let's pull up a Warlock table. Multi-class. Because when you multi-class into a class, you do get some things that allows you to, things in it. So let's go to, you need at least a charisma of 13, so yes, he can multi-class. Let's find it. So when you multi-class into Warlock, you get simple weapons. Okay, let's go here. You already proficient in simple weapons, so you don't really need that. But where Warlock really comes in hand are the cantrips, the spells, and the spell slots. So let's first go down here. Let's go to this. What we need to do first is, I'm going to say actually, we're going to pick our patron. And our patron is actually here. It's gonna be a good old Hexblade, more than likely. Why? Not only are these spells pretty good, but Hexblade's curse is easy to kind of reflavor as your weapon doing damage instead of magical damage. Let me just make sure. So because of this, he gains proficiency with medium armor, shields, and martial weapons. So medium armor, shields, martial weapons. Medium armor, shields, martial weapons. Which is really good, because that means he's going to have a lot more longevity as a character, because he'll have better armor and things. Just one weapon unless a two-handed property. Okay, as long as the weapon isn't two-handed, this character uses pistols / one-handed weapons mostly. And he's going to be able to use his charisma modifier instead of his strength or dex for the damage roll. And he can do this, pretty good. So, let's go to, where is it? There it is. So, level 2. So, Warlock. So he does have Hexblade's curse. So we're gonna make sure we put on here. Actually, I should probably do this Hexblade. And then, okay, let's do the spells for them more than likely. The spells. Okay, we are going to first. Okay, so we get. If we look at the spells, we get. Let's first know with cantrips. We get 2 cantrips out of our choice. Let's go to the Warlock spell table. Warlock spell table. Well, we gotta make sure we find it, don't we? Open link, a new tab. Bam. Warlock spell list. So we get 2 cantrips. I'm gonna take Eldritch Blast, because Eldritch Blast is good and is easily reflavored in this context, as his gun is modified to shoot a beam of energy. So, we are gonna go down here. We are gonna go Warlock. Spellcasting ability. We are going to that is charisma. Spell save and all that. That doesn't really matter for now. But his cantrip, we are gonna go with Eldritch Blast. And with another what's the next? Brain. The next cantrip. Let's go with the good old. Honestly, for this character, let's go with. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Friends. We are gonna go with Friends as a cantrip, because he's, you know, really charismatic. So Friends makes sense, and that is easily flavored with him just being, you know, charismatic. He knows 2 spells, right? Yes. Okay. He knows 2 spells, but he has 1 spell slot. Okay. So what are the 2 spells we're gonna get him to know? That is a good question. The 2 first level spells. Let's first go back to Hexblade. Do I think he's gonna want Shield or Wrathful Smite? I do not think he's gonna want Wrathful Smite. Although Shield's pretty good because it boosts AC as a reaction. And if you're not gonna be using a reaction to hit or something like that, then Shield is really good. So I am going to go with a good old-fashioned Shield. And that can be reflavored as he's able to bring up his weapon in time to barely dodge the, not to really dodge the hit, but to knock the hit off because his weapon is made so well. So, Shield. I spelled Shield wrong. And then his second spell. Let's go back to the Warlock spell table, because first level spells, armor, I guess this is good. Charm Person, that might actually be the one you go with. Out of all of these, I think, let me look up Charm Person. You're gonna go with Charm Person, because again, kind of fits the thing, and the charm effect is pretty good. Okay. And how do you reflavor Charm Person? You reflavor it as, again, you being naturally charismatic. Like, you know, maybe he's just so handsome, man. Okay. So that is basically level 2 done. No. Yeah, I know level 2 wasn't that much, guys, but hey. Okay, level 3. What do we do in level 3? Well, level 3, we can either... Level 3, we're going to go into... Where is it? We're going to go into Warlock again. Because why? Because we get Eldritch Invocations. Ooh. So we're going to go into Warlock. Invocations. And what are we going to do? Well, first off, we need to make sure we modify our spells, because we know now you have a best use from ground thing. Haha! You go over here, you go over here, you go to 2. And because of that, you have 2 spell slots. Now, then you go to, you do know another spell, which since you're 2nd level, you learn the 2nd level spells from it. So, going with it, I don't need Burying Him anymore. Don't need that anymore. I'm going to go with your 2nd level. Because Warlocks work uniquely, you get... Do you want... No, you don't want Wrathful Smite. Sorry. My brain, you don't want Friends. So you learn 1 more spell. Now, what spell do you think you would want to learn that's level 1? Well, it would have to be a spell that you wouldn't want to use all the time, but might come in handy in certain scenarios. It's an interesting thing to choose. I think I'm gonna go with Distort Value. Why? Because it's situational, but it might still come in handy. And you can easily reflavor that as, again, you being so charismatic and so knowledgeable with, like, the thing you're trying to sell, you're able to easily disguise it and convince the person it's worth more than it actually is. What else do Warlocks get a 2nd level? Well, we got our spell slots. Spell level? Invocations. This is where things get fun. Let's get into Eldritch Invocations. So these are things that buff basically the Warlock, and they're unique to the Warlock. I am going to go with Agonizing Blast as one of them, because that just does more damage to your Eldritch Blast, which you will be using a lot of since it's a bonus action. Yes, the A. It's bigger than the other letters. It makes so much sense. Agonizing Blast, because you can add your Charisma modifier to the damage. And then some of these do have requirements. compulsion. Where is it? Yeah. I know. You will not be casting a lot of Constitution, saving throw. You won't need a lot of Constitution saving throws because you won't be casting a lot of spells with that effect. These are also pretty good. There we go. Repelling Blast. We could go all in with, that. But it's not that. It's just not that. Maybe you do go all in with Repelling Blast. Devil Sight. Out of all these Devil Sight, being able to see in non-magical darkness is really good. Now, granted, it's not going to be called Devil Sight because we're not supposed to use any demon influence. So I'm going to call it something different. I'm going to call it Trickster Sight. Because, he's kind of a trickster, haha, funny. What else? Is that all you get on level 3? I believe it is, actually. So let me, I said, go back. No, we're back to watch. Yep, that's all they get. So, we are going to go on to level 5. So, level 4 is where things get interesting. Because we either go another into Warlock, which would give us second level spells, or we go with what I think you would do in this situation, which is honestly smart and good. This is when you take another... This is when you take one into... This is a hard... Honestly, yes. You actually want to get the Warlock done pretty quickly, because then you have all your spells kind of set for the entire campaign. So, we'll go Warlock again. So Warlock, 3rd level, Pact Boon. You know another spell, and you know 2nd level spells. So, what 2nd level spell do you want to know? It is simple. Also, the reason I put 2 on the 2nd level spell slot, since we know them now and didn't keep them in the 1, is because with how Warlocks work, their spells are always cast at a maximum level. So yeah, Warlock. So what would it be about? Let's go with a 2nd. What 2nd level spell do I believe would be good in this situation? Well, 2nd level is where things get fun. I know it's here somewhere. I think you unironically take Darkness. Why? Because first off, you have Devil Sight, so you can actually see within the darkness, which means you're going to have all your attacks at advantage, and the enemy attacking you in it is going to be at disadvantage. And how do you reflavor darkness to where it fits with the character and isn't magical? It's really simple. You could just say your character has a device on them that spews forth black smoke that seems to be endless and you can't see through. Could be that your gun has since your gun already has like an Eldritch Blast function, maybe it has a darkness function, to where maybe by expending one of the cartridges, again this is all flavor, one of the cartridges is special, you shoot it and smoke comes out. Yeah, it's actually really pretty simple once you start thinking about it. It's the higher level spells where things like that get harder, but we're not worried about that right now. What else do we get at? You get a Pact Boon. That's what you get. My brain. Yes. You either get Pact of the Blade, Chain, Tome, Talisman, or Star Chain. Which Star Chain is Unearthed Arcana, and we won't really be using that. Focus Shadows, you just take it. Okay, Pact of the Tome is actually good. I think with what this character is, you either go Pact of the Tome or Pact of the Talisman. But I think because this is a hardcore campaign, Pact of the Tome is better because it gives you cantrips. Which, yeah. So we are going to go. Most people would go with Pact of the Blade because, Pact Weapon, counters magical, disappear, yeah. Honestly, Attack of the Tome is just good. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go walk back to the Tome. Which that gives you 3, I think I saw it correctly, 3 cantrips from any class choice. Yes. They automatically count as, you know, spell, good, you know, warlock spells. So let's go with bard spells. Actually, we'll do something different. I'm gonna go with artificer. If I could spell. Because artificers get cantrips, right? I'm not making that up. No, they do get cantrips. Okay, so what cantrips? We will take mending, easily reflavored as you knowing technology. Mending. Then what else do you take? Mending. Light actually. We'll take light because you technically don't have dark vision, but I mean, might as well. And it could be useful for other party members. Then out of all of these, where is it? Also, light can just be like reflavored as one of your bullets you shoot out just sparks a little bit longer, or I don't know. There's other ways to do it that I can't think of off the top of my head. Honestly, what this class seems to be lacking so far is close range damage. So I think Sword Burst isn't the worst. It's a dexterity saving throw, and a lot of things have good dexterity. So out of all these, man, it's always hard to pick the third one, isn't it? Let's just straight up go with, let's go with guidance. And that is that can be reflavored as him giving his luck just naturally goes to someone else. I spelled guidance wrong, oops. Oh, so yeah. Also, kind of forgot the magic initiative feat. Because since he does have the magic initiative feat, we're going to choose Bard. 1 first level and 2 cantrips. So let's go with Bard. He gets 2 cantrips. So out of all these, let's go with Vicious Mockery, because that's just him yelling at someone, and he might actually not use it that much. That's not how you spell Vicious Mockery. Vicious. Mockery. And then he gets 1 more cantrip of his choice from the Bard spell list. Out of all of these, what did Blade Ward do again? Blade Ward, honestly. Blade Ward can give someone resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage, as long as it's not magical. And that can be reflavored as he is just so naturally charismatic that when an enemy goes to strike someone, they look at him and they don't do as much damage as they think because they're not fully focused on the target. Then you get 1 first level spell slot from the Bard. So what is that first level spell? Out of all these, let's go with Healing Word. Because first off, it is a bonus action. We could go with Silvery Yeah, honestly, Silvery Barbs. Again, that is his causality manipulation coming in and clutching the day. Silvery Barbs? What is it called? Silvery, not slippery. Can't English. Silvery Barbs. So we know where it came from. And that'll be reflavored as he's able to manipulate reality. So basically, the enemy looks at him, and he fires his gun. But instead of coming out of a bullet, they think a bullet comes out. So whenever they are rolling, they get re-roll again, basically having disadvantage. Because they think they're about to get shot. Of course, you're going to be scared if you think you're going to get shot or something. Well, there's other ways to do it too, but the best way, shooting someone. I think that is all for level 3. Yes, it is. So then we go to level 4. Let me look at Sorcerer real quick. Honestly, I don't think we need Sorcerer. I think we're going to go with a Rogue Warlock. Then let's go with what is known as... Then let's put our 4th level into Warlock. So let's go with Warlock. or not our 4th level, sorry, our 5th level into Warlock. Well, technically our 4th level into Warlock, but overall 5th level. What is that going to give us? That is going to give us, let me check real quick. Oh, would you looky there? That gives us another spell. Let's choose a 2nd level spell, because we might as well. So what other 2nd level spell might we want to use if, you know, the person comes to it? Let's go with, this is an interesting one. Let's look at Spray of Cards. Spray of Cards, honestly. Why? Because he's kind of a gambling character. Spray of Cards fits. It does decent damage. It's kind of funny. And easily reflavored as just you throw cards. And the reason they're blind is it cuts their eyes. Anything else Warlocks get? They get an ASI. So here's the thing. With an ASI, we either get a +1 or a feat. With how this is looking out, I think I'm gonna take a +1. I'm gonna take the +1 to Charisma. Sorry. +1 Charisma. Cool. And that is all for 5th level. Now let's go to 5th level. Blank spaces are also feats in this campaign. I forgot to say that at the beginning. So what do they know? They know another spell, they know 3rd level spells, and they know a 3rd invocation. We are going to be going Warlock for the next one. And why are we going Warlock for this one? Because 3rd level spells are really when the game starts to pick up. First off, let me do the spells, because spells are always the, there is a one. So he knows one more spell, basically. What spell would he want? That's a 3rd level. We could go with the Sonic Blast. That's you win. We are going to go with Vampiric Touch, because he is a variant human. The variant human is because his mother is a Dampier. Or a vampire. It's up to him choosing his backstory. But yeah, Vampiric Touch. It's also a decent damaging spell, too. I mean, honestly, it really is. And we move this to this. Touch. Yep. What else do Warlocks get at 5th level? Oh. Sorry, they know another cantrip too. Do I have space for? I have space for one more cantrip. Okay. Well, that's funny. That is really funny. What cantrip should... Oh, okay. What does Mind Sliver do? Let's go with Mind Sliver, because you can reflavor it as you say something so stupid or so awesome, they, lose a D4 on their next roll. Yeah. I guess, okay. He also gets a feat. So what feat are we gonna go to? Well, let's go with, if it's a blank space, you get the full effect of the feat. So let's look at Skill Expert. You want to create spells? Do one skill of your choice, and choose one skill in which you have proficiency. Oh, also, I should mention, how does he have proficiency with guns? Well, that is actually pretty important. Because he chose Hexblade, he gets proficiency with all martial weapons, and guns are considered martial weapons if you look in the player handbook. So he would naturally be proficient in all guns because of his Warlock levels. Skill Expert, proficiency in one skill of your choice. Expertise gives you an expertise, a +1, and one skill. So we will be going with Skill Expert. So Skill Expert gets a +1 to one of our stats. What we do is we buff that Charisma up. You're gonna really want to be focusing on Charisma. I'm also gonna put it down here. Okay. And not only that, it also gives you an extra skill. Now, what skill would I choose in this situation? You want to do something that's kind of Charisma based. So, well, we already have most of Charisma. We could do Intimidation. We could do Performance. Honestly, I say we go with Performance. And then I say with that Performance, what we do is we put the Expertise in there too. So I'll put it ×2 so it's known that it's Expertise. And then, yeah, that's all that does. What else do 5th level? 3, 6, 2, 3. You get another invocation. That is correct, you do. Let's look at the invocation real quick. And because he is a 5th level, right? Not looking at this wrong. Yeah, because he's a 5th level warlock, he can get some new ones that he couldn't before, which is really, really good. So, see, some of these have, let's go with aspect of the moon, because that means he doesn't need to sleep to gain a full rest, which is really good in a hardcore campaign. He just needs to be doing light activity, which is, yeah, good. Oh, where's Peter? Have I been putting his... Oh no, I've been putting them in here, yes. Shown aspect of the moon, which means he never needs to sleep again, basically. And I think that's all for 5th level, right? Wait. Maybe I should go back to that. Okay. Yep. Then we are going to be putting the next 3 levels into Rogue. So let's look. So level 7? Or not 7, the next 2. So let's go with Rogue. It's not actually Rogue. Rogue. Okay. What does he get from this Rogue? Well, that is a good question. Level 2 in Rogue gives you cunning actions, which he might not be using that much of, but they're still useful to have. And that's basically it for level 7. Then we go to level 8, which he's putting in Rogue again. First off, his sneak attack goes to 2d6. So I should put 2d6. Rogue 2d6, not 3d6, not yet. 2d6, and not only that, he also gets his Rogue subclass. Now, you might be asking, what subclass would this interesting of a character go with? Well, there's one I've been looking at that I think might work. The Swashbuckler. Why? Because that gives him some advantage and stuff on his, gives him new ways to do, what is it called? Sneak attack, which is actually good. And also he gets to add his charisma modifier to his initiative, which is always good. Class, which is good. And the Swashbuckler subclass gives cut to initiative. Okay. To initiative. And new ways. New sneak attack ways. Okay, cool. That is level 8. That is the level we are currently at in our campaign. So this is the... Level 9. Okay, level 9. What do we go into? Level 9, we either go into... Where the heck? Yeah. We either go... So, level 9, that would mean we're 4th level. So we still... yeah, let's go with the 4th level into Rogue at this point. 4th level into Rogue, or let's go with our next level into Warlock, actually. Warlock. I'm actually going to do this so it's a little bit neater. There we go. Warlock. That gives just basically another spell slot. Well, not another spell slot, that gives another spell, so another 2nd level spell. What 2nd level spell should we be going for? That is 2nd level, right? Yeah, that is 2nd level, okay. What is Mind Spike? Yeah, 3rd level, sorry. My brain's done. It's not 2nd level, it's... Yeah, you know 3rd level spells, so he'd probably want to learn another 3rd level spell. Sorry, it's my bad. My brain is not working. So let's look at 3rd level spells. Fear is cool. Hunger for Dar is cool. Remove Curse isn't the best. Let's go with... What is Enemies Bound to? No, because random never works with us. Fear. Yeah, let's do Fear. And that is, again, easily reflavored as, oh no, this guy that's been kicking our butt is super scary. I'm a greatest working out the worst. He also gets a patron feeder. Feeder. Feature. What is that patron feature? He is Hexblade. Oh, a Cursed Spectre. You can basically raise from someone from the dead. Now, how would I reflavor this? That is the good question. Well, it's not really an easy reflavor, but you can reflavor it as... Okay, so he does everything with his guns. So, haven't really gone to his backstory or anything, but his dad is, like, super powerful. And there are multiple ways to do that. Normally you would do it like he's magically powerful, but I was thinking since magic doesn't exist in this, he was technologically and technologically powerful to a degree that most other civilizations couldn't understand, so they would have thought it was magic, when in reality, it's just technology that he knew. So the accursed specter is basically he learned some of the designs from his father, that his father left, that his mother kept, and because of that, he was able to develop bullets that are able to raise the dead. They don't really raise the dead as much as they do infect the dead with a sort of biological virus that makes them come back and listen to the commands of the person who put the virus in them. Or something like that. I don't know. I'm not the best at these things. Level 10. Do we just go to Warlock again for level 10? Oh no! So we'll go Warlock again level 10. That's fine. Why are you fine? So we're over. Yeah, we go Warlock level 10. Let's go with... So first off, he knows another 4th level spells this time. Okay. What 4th level spell do I think he would, know? What's Speed of Death? Hold on. No. Nothing. I don't want anything to add, because he's not really a summoner. If I look at his character is charisma, negative, emotional, mind control. Is there anything that does, like, causality? Or is that even higher level? I can't remember. Banishment is Dimension Door is pretty funny. Honestly, I think we go with Rotham Psychic Lance. Which is, as much as you're gonna get tired of me saying this, this is him just shooting them with a super enhanced bullet that, like, when it hits them, it, like, the bullet, like, infects their not their bloodstream, sorry. It, like, hits their nervous system, and it makes their nervous system kind of conk out to where they're incapacitated. Or something like that. Something like that. Anything else they get at... Oh yeah, they get another invocation. Let's go ahead and do our invocation, man. No, what invocation should they are? Where's the invocation? Honestly, why didn't I just open that in a new tab? That'll make it easier. Which one do I think they should go with now? Level 7. We're gonna get the level 7 ones now, because he will be 7 in Warlock. Right? That is when Warlock gets... Yes. So, okay, so we can do Book of Ancient Secrets, which gives 2 ritual spells that he can do at any time. And not only that, but if he finds any ritual spells, he can put that in his book as well, and they act as the same, which is awesome. Confusion. What is Confusion against? We are not going to use Confusion. Spells. Okay. We're actually going to go with Ghostly Gaze, because that basically can be reflavored as since he is special and he's a variant human, he is somewhat like a vampire. So vampires, if I remember correctly, they have blind sight. This is basically his natural blind sight he should have gotten, has been enhanced because of also what his father, was. His father was basically a really smart scientist. And because of that, he can see through walls a little bit, basically. Only has outlines, but he can still see it. Or something like that. I know it's not a damaging one, or one that really helps with damage, but it's still good. I mean, it really is. Oh, then he gets another feat. So, time to pull up the feats page. Now, feats. That's what I said. A lot of these feats are really good, and since these are feats, we get the full effects of them. So I'm gonna look at what is. We can look at Ryoku's feats too, because this does have feats, honestly. We should do that. So I am going to go with feats. Put on my shirt. Nope, it's not. Okay, I will be saying this. Weapon masteries, I am not gonna do, but if my friend wants it done for them, I will do it for them if they ask, but if they don't ask, I'm not gonna do it, because they can figure that out themselves. Oh, he is a multi-class character, so honestly, you do not need more cantrips. I think out of all of these, yeah, none of these feats worry, so we go to the D&D feats, okay. And he's fine with us really using any feat, so let's look at these. Honestly, What is it? I think this is the point you might take the actor feat. Actor is an interesting feat. Also, you could just take alert and make your initiative busted. I think you do take alert because it makes sense. So I am going to go with alert. Because alert is just good, man. His initiative's going to be good at least. Can't say it won't be. And plus, since he's always conscious and he doesn't need to sleep, the party will never be surprised. Yeah, I think that's really all they get in 7th level. Yes. And then, next level, let's go into Warlock. Again, because Warlocks are fun. So, Warlock. What do you get in Warlock? Well, let's see what you get in Warlock when you're a level. This would be level 8. ASI. You also get another spell, because of course you do. So what spell? Let's do that first. What 4th level spell? We don't need to take a 4th level spell, but it's always good to have 4th level spells in case, you know, you need to use them. Elemental Bane is an interesting one, but it's too situational. Could do Blight. Honestly, we take Blight. Again, that can easily be flavored as a special bullet he made, or his father. He knows how to make because of his father. Blight. Cool. That's basically this, yeah. Level 12. Are we gonna go into Warlock again? Level 12. Let's see. Yes, we are. 5th level spells, man. Well, actually, let me look at Rogue real quick. Then we'd be. Let's stop this for a bit and let's go into Rogue. So we will go into 4 Rogue. So that basically gives us an ASI. Or actually, it is best to just get Warlock out of the way because 5th level spells are such a big thing. So let's go with it. And he gets another Elder's Invocation, right? Yeah, he gets 5th level spells. What's a 5th level spell? Oh gosh. We're gonna do the spells that are somewhat hard to confuse. Not confuse, but what is it called? Like, my brain can't work. Yeah. Negative Energy Flood. Honestly. Just good damaging. Good damage. And he's again, bullet thing. Kind of get the point by now. Do we still only have 2? Yeah, of course you do. You still only have 2. Sorry, bud. Yeah. But negative energy flood is pretty good, so you get another one too. Wait a minute, you were at level... Oh, that's level 9. There are new ones for level 9 if I remember correctly. So let's look at 9. Conjure Elemental. Oh, that would be interesting. Jump is interesting, but not really useful. No. Polymorph, that's interesting. That's 50 level. Bane, kind of outdo Bane at this point. What is freedom of movement? Freedom of movement. Nah. Dead. Man. Yeah, this is where it starts to... Oh, there we go. Wrote a page which contains the number. Okay, so basically what Gift of the Protector does is a person who's naming it, they're reduced to 1 HP. 0 HP, they are reduced to 1 instead. And it is decent to have, and you can reflavor it as this book. You enhance this book with your father's, basically. You enhance the book. This book is special because it is a Warlock book. You can say this book was a gift from your father. So this book has some magical effects that you figure out as times go on. And one of those effects is this, which is really good. You know, Gift of the Protectors. And basically how it would work is, since it's right when an ally or someone you consider an ally, you write their name down. And as soon as they go down, the book senses it through some external sensors or something, and it shoots like a shot of adrenaline out of the book or something. And the person is revived with 1 HP, and that's it. Yeah. Not the best, but it keeps people alive. What else do they get? Oh, it's a blank space, another feat. Okay. I really should have kept feats up. Jeez, where is it? Let's go with... Where is it? No, there's Gunner. There it is. Gunner. Gunner, just so he doesn't have to reload. To be fair, he planned on using pistols, so he shouldn't need to reload that much in combat. But if he does, then I'm sorry. It's fine. And it also gives a +1 to dexterity, which, I mean, looks good. Okay. So I think that's all for 9. 3, 10. Yep. Okay. Okay. So now we start putting levels into Rogue again. This against better Rogue rate apparently. Rogue. What does a Rogue get a level for? Oh, it's an ASI. We are gonna put that ASI into a +1 in dexterity, because that will make our dexterity an 18, which is nice. What else? And then at 5th level, we're gonna do it again. Put another level into Rogue. Rogue, which gets Uncanny Doctor, which is 3d6. And it's also, what is it called? Uncanny Dodge. Then we go to level 15. Level 15. So that would be 6th level for Rogue. Let's go with Rogue again, because that gives us expertise. Which, right? Yeah. Gives us expertise. Which expertise? 2 more. Okay, so at expertise, you get to choose 2 more. So what skills do we choose at that level? What skills do we choose at level... I'm not going to put this on what skills do we get, so... What skills? Oh yeah, what skills do I have? Oh, my brain, it's dying. Let's go with... Oh, the 2 we have, Stealth and Deception. Times 2. Times 2. So basically all the skills we have are gonna have, you know, good stuff, which is good. We don't get anything else on level. Nope. Do we go with evasion? Yeah, we go with Rogue again because evasion. And not only is it evasion, it's 4d6. So we have 3 levels left. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. I'm sorry, my brain. Then let's actually look at Warlock. So we left off at... That's where we left off. We left off at level... Right. We left off there, so... What do Hexblades get at? Oh yeah, there are other spells we could have been choosing. Well, honestly, none of these are really that good. Well, I say that good, but Blink's pretty good. That's it. Yeah, we want to make sure it gets to that. So, it's oh, it actually doesn't get another. Oh, it gets another cantrip. That's what. Well, I'm actually gonna be honest here. This is going to be the last level we put into Warlock, because we don't have room for another cantrip. So I guess I'm going to put another one right here. What cantrip? What cantrip? Honestly, I guess Booming Blade at this point. No, at this point, let's just go with Minor Illusion, I guess. There isn't really a real point to get a cantrip at this level, in my opinion. Okay. What else do Warlocks get? Well, they get their 10th level otherworldly. Yeah, they get their otherworldly patron feature, which is... I already put that in. Could get Mystic Arcanum, which... What is that again? Oh, the brain. Doesn't that mean you get a 6th level spell? This one you have to finish a long rest. Okay, yeah, no. Or actually, let me look at the Warlock spells to figure out if there would be a 7th level... Or, sorry, a 6th level spell. No, honestly. I'm gonna say there's none. So I'm gonna say... We are done with Warlocks. So we are going to go into a Rogue. What do Rogues get? Well, we just did Expert Invasion, so we get ASI. Cool. +1. ASI. Which we'll go with +1. We'll go with Charisma. So if we go +1 Charisma, for example, it would be 19. I don't really need spells anymore, so I'm actually gonna save here. And is that all the rogues get at that level? Yeah, 9th level. Then let's go to 9th. Let's go to rogue again. Go to rogue. But that is if I could find it. No, wrong thing. For 5d6. And not only do they get 5 things, they get subclass feature. Let's see what the subclass feature is to see if I need to, you know, not rebrand. Yeah, rebrand it. Let's go with that. Language, yeah, jacket feature that. Okay, so it's basically just talking to someone. Yeah, cool, okay. That makes sense. Then I think we just have 1 level. I think we either put the final level into... Oh. We put the final level. Ooh, that's a good question. Let me look at... Oh, don't do that, don't do that. They'd get an ASI. I think we go with Rogue for the ASI. And that, guys, let's actually do that on the character sheet, is how you get a fully made character. This is Bob. It is fully done. I thank you guys for watching, and bye!